So this post was put up on the Profit Boss Match Betting Facebook group yesterday, asking if anyone else has been struggling with the temptation to gamble since starting match betting, saying that it's so hard to stop after a losing streak, even though I know I need to. What I wanted to share in this video are some of my best tips on how to avoid gambling when doing match betting. If you're new to the channel and you want to get joined in with that Facebook group that I was just talking about, the link will be down in the description as usual. But getting into the video, I wanted to break it down into two different categories. So we're going to look at how to avoid getting roped into gambling when you're doing match betting on casino offers. And then in the later part of the video, we're going to look at the sports betting side of match betting and how you can avoid that gambling trap with sports betting. But starting with casino, the main thing to remember when you're getting casino offers emailed to you from the bookmakers or specifically casino sites, you have to just remind yourself that they email you those to attract you into playing the games. And those games are then set up with very flashy lights and sounds and symbols and the bonus games that they set up for you to play, really to get you to carry on playing. That's exactly what they're designed for. They have whole companies that their whole job is to make these games to be as fun as possible and to make you feel as though you're in control and you're going to get a big win on the next spin that you do. So that's the first thing that I want you to try and remember and bear in mind, that you're actually being targeted and all of these games and websites are set up to do this exact thing, to get you into gambling on their site. To break it down even further, what you have to remember with these casino games, so specifically the game Starburst, that's a very popular game for doing match betting casino offers through. That game has a return to player RTP percentage of 96.1%. So every £100 that you wager on that game, you will get back £96.10. Or instead of looking at £100 as an example, take £10, put it into Starburst just with your own money, and you will get back £9.61. So if you try and bear that in mind, that even if you hit a big win when you're playing with your own money on these games, it doesn't matter, because you're never ever going to just go, okay, that's it, I've hit my big win, I'm going to take my profit and run. You're always going to then be tempted to try and play more and see if you can get another big win. So they know that you will then continue playing and you will give that 96.1% back after you've put that 100% in. And for those of you that may have gone and played bingo, the bingo return to player ratio is just insanely horrible. It's 60%. So you play £100 on bingo in, say, 1 month of your own money, and you will get back £60. And that's even with the big wins there. You know, yes, you might hit a big win, but over the time of then continuing to play it, you will always end up putting your own money into it further and further. That's why the bookmaker and casino sites make literally millions, hundreds of millions of pounds, and the average person playing these games is always losing money. With that being said about casino offers, I really hope I've now persuaded you to only ever use the free spins that the casino sites will give to you to try and attract you in. Or if they give you bonus money and it says in the terms and conditions, winnings paid as cash, they're completely fine to use. You just have to make sure you don't do any offers which are like times 30 or times 60 wagering, because you will never get your money back out of that. That will be a negative expected value or minus EV offer. But getting into the sports betting side of it, so this is anything to do with, say, football betting or horse racing or anything like that, you really need to remember that bookmakers put the odds massively into their favor, so that over the long run of you placing these bets, yes, you might hit a win here and there, but over the long run of you doing them, you will definitely be out of pocket and the one with the losses. A great way to get your head around this is to imagine a normal coin with heads or tails. If I were to place a bet with you and say, tails I win, heads you win, there would be little point to that bet because over the long run, we would both just end up with the same amount of money. It's 50-50 chance there. But what the bookmakers do is they have something that's like a three-sided coin. So it would be, pretend I'm the bookmaker and you're just at home there placing bets on football. It would be tails I win, but heads you win. So I've got 2 tails on my coin and you just got 1 heads. Of course, I'm going to be the one that ends up winning the money over the long term of doing those. You may win heads every now and again, but myself as the bookmaker, I really won't care because I know I have 2 tails on my coin and you only have 1 heads. The main thing I want you to try and remember and take away from this video is whenever you get any free bets from the match betting offers, always treat that free bet as your money that you've earned. Don't just see a free bet as you're going to punt it on something and if it doesn't win, well, it doesn't matter because you got the money for free anyway. No, you're putting time and effort into getting those free bets. So whenever you place a free bet on something, make sure you get over to the exchange and lay it so you get that guaranteed profit. And, I've done it myself. I've placed free bets and then not laid them. So I know it is tempting. I have been there. And some of them have won and then some of them have lost. But I know for a fact that if I would have just backed and laid every single one, I would have definitely made more money than hoping for some of those bigger wins when I've not laid them. If you do find yourself placing back bets and not laying them, even if it's very, very small amounts of money, I seriously recommend that you just stop match betting and stop doing anything with any bookmaker accounts and self-exclude. Because where it starts is you start putting £1 back bets on and don't lay it. Then you start putting £5 back bets on and don't lay it. And you feel like you might hit a few wins there and then you feel like you know what you're doing. And before you know it, you're placing larger amounts on the back bet and not laying them still. And then those little wins that you might have had, they're going to then turn into big losses. If you have any tips or advice for anyone that could be helpful to help them stop gambling if they're doing match betting and then they've gotten roped into the gambling side of it, please do comment those tips and advice below. And if you've had any value or you'd enjoy this video, drop a like, I do appreciate it. But that's going to do it for this one. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.